Well, hello. I wanted to talk to you about our fall 2019 online class for paper toll. So I'm going to just go over the print a little bit, and then I'll show you again on how you can mount this print, and we'll get started on the tree today. So for review for last week when we talked about how to put your print down, you can actually use a plain mat board and find something kind of gray and use a solid background, or you can find a piece of mat board. And also, this is the one I have. You wouldn't use this color, you would use gray, but you can also get a piece of mat board. This here would actually probably work too if you wanted to use something like this. And I'll give you a quick visual with this piece here, so it wouldn't be too bad to lay that on there. I prefer the gray, so I went ahead and mounted it on a piece of foam core. And so there's that. Now, as far as deciding what frame or what size you're going to put your completed paper toll in, the print itself measures to be an 8.5 by 11.5. I actually have mine measured out at 9 by 12. You could do a 9 by 12 or 11 by 14 or anything similar to that. And the reason why I went with my size is because I also going to put a mat at the back of the glass, at the back of the print, and then one at the front of the glass. Now, let's go ahead and show you the tree portion of this class. So you have your tree here, and this tree is quite large compared to the whole composition of the print. So we really want to make sure that we can build this tree up. So what we've done here is we've actually cut this out. This right here is optional. I may take this off. I just left it on there for now. And then we colored the edges, and then we wired this. So we wired the perimeter, and then we put this wire here. And then here on the bottom, you'll see a piece of mat board to raise the edge. And we raised it right along this area right here. Okay, so now that we have that done, we can bend this like this so that we can get that height that we want. And then when you do this on a plain background, you don't have to worry about blocking. So let me show you how this would look if you use the print. So when we lay this down, you actually got this edge showing right here. So by putting it, now if you wanted to do yours on the background, you can actually slide this over and cover it, and then you can use some more pieces to kind of continue here if you wanted to use the print when you did your background. But I chose to go ahead and get a solid background so that I can bend the tree and have it set fairly high when I raise this up. Now the next thing you want to do, if you do decide to do it this way, you're going to want to get about 3 pieces of foam core and stack them like this. And then you would glue these dollops so that it would stick here, and then we have some glue on the back so we can stick it here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to move this, and I'm going to actually set this in the center. Okay. And now we'll take where we're going to mount it, and you'll want to kind of eyeball your bottom to see where you're going to raise the edge, and we're going to center it since I went a little bit larger than the print, because I'm going to back it with a piece of mat board. So here you can kind of press it right there. Now you have this on the bottom, and then we will lift the bottom up with a couple more pieces of foam core. And that should do it about right there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry first before I pin this down, because I'm going to want to push it down here and have it setting on these two. All right, so I'll be back here in a few moments and I'll show you how to put the pieces of your tree on.